Hello, Forensicators. Welcome to the Magnet Virtual Summit 2026 CTF. In this video, we are going to look at the answers for the iOS questions from the CTF. It may look quick, but some of these questions took me a long time to solve, and I'm only showing you the expedited path to the solution because I think you will be bored to death watching my failures. The main tools used for this section are Axiom, iLeap, and iOS APT. And I'm going to have links to those in the description below. Question 1. Need a challenge. What Instagram handle does user ID 2278169415 belong to? Well, the easiest thing to do is to bring up Axiom and then just search for 2278169415. And that immediately comes back with an Instagram profile belonging to Mr. Beast, which makes sense because Mr. Beast is known for his challenges for big dough. Question 2. So thoughtful. What item does the user need to buy for Christmas? For this one, I will once again start with using the filter feature of Axiom and just type in Christmas. And expanding out the categories, WebKit doesn't look like anything of interest. User notification has something about naughty Christmas movies, which sounds interesting, but I need to focus on the CTF. Then I see the calendar events, and clicking into here, I see that there is an event to buy headphones for Christmas. So that's the answer. Question 3. Don't lose your data. In UTC, when was the last iCloud backup? Okay, I start this one by narrowing down the dataset by using the keyword backup. From those search results, there still looks to be too many items. And I do recall that there is a plist that has this kind of info, but I just can't remember the exact name or location. So I add the word plist to the filter. And that narrows things down even more. Looking at the iOS device information, I scroll down the list of files, and there is something there that looks like a plist in question called mobile.ldbackup.plist. So I click into that. And looking at that, I see that the plist has an entry called last cloud backup date. So that's got to be it. I copy that numerical value, go on over to unfurl, paste it in, and get the timestamp in the format that the question is asking for, which is 2025-12-12 18:00:10. Question 4. What a caring coworker. How many people did the user message expressing concern about Daniel? Guess how I'll start this one? Yes, I'm going to narrow down the dataset by using the filter feature and search for the keyword Daniel. Then since the question is asking about messaging, I will focus on the messaging section. In here, I'm going to switch to the conversation view to make things easier to see the threads. Reading through the session messages, I see that Alex messaged Clay Mickle, David Lyons, and Angela Moore about Daniel's well-being. And this last signal interchange with T Blizzard does not ask about Daniel's well-being, but we'll see this thread again for a different question. So the answer is 3. Question 5. Go the distance. What was the furthest distance the user logged in meters? All right, for this one, I know there is a health data category in Axiom under the connected devices down here. Clicking into there, I see that the first column is the distance. So I'm just going to go ahead and sort that column. And the longest distance is 472.01. Question 6. Do you have any games on your phone? What genre of app did the user download the most of? This is one of those that has limited attempts. I hate these questions because I'm always afraid to answer in fear that they are wrong. I went to the application usage and then looked for installed apps, which has 156. But I know most of them are pre-installed Apple apps, so I go to the filter, then advanced, and then put in exclude com.apple, which now leaves me with 17. And just eyeballing these apps, I see things like Telegram, Signal, Session, SimpleX, Zangi, etc., which are all chat apps. So I tried chat. And that's wrong. Oh boy, only 2 more guesses left. So I bring up the Apple App Store and look for Telegram, which it classifies as a social networking and not chat. So that's the answer, social networking. Question 7. That would look nice in my garage. What is the make and model of the car that was photographed without an iPhone? Okay, this question appears to be image related, so I click open the media section from Axiom and see that there are 17,102 pictures. I'm going to switch to the thumbnail so maybe I can breeze through the pictures quicker. And going up a few pages, I see some cars. I'm just going to pick one because they all look the same. I export it out and then use the Google image identifier to figure out the make and model of this car. And it comes back with the McLaren Senna. Question 8. Where are we going? What airport was the phone near when it pinged off a cell tower on 2025-12-16 at 22:47:24 UTC? This question is about locations, so let's look at the location and travel section of Axiom. And then under there we have the cached locations artifacts. And since there are 12,599 items, let's narrow it down by setting the date and time limitations of December 16, 2025 between 10:47 p.m. and 10:48 p.m. So this narrows it down to 47 entries, and we can sort this timestamp column, and we scan for the exact time of 22:47:24, and we see the lat and long values here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste them into Google Maps. And then I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and I get the Long Island MacArthur Airport. Question 9. I prefer the color blue. What is the name, including extension, of the purple tagged file? This one took me a while, not just because it's one of those questions that has a 4-guess limit. I was trying to figure out how Axiom knows about tagged files, and I was just not getting anywhere. Then it was pointed out to me that iLeap has a category called Files, App, and then Tagged Files. And once I clicked in there, it made the question trivial, as there is only one entry, how a turbo works.gif. Question 10. I like your spirit. What secondhand item was the user searching for? I was excited because I thought I would finally use the classified URLs of the refined results in Axiom. I have never used this in a real case, but unfortunately, no luck. The 14 hits don't produce anything of use. Naturally, if the user was searching for something, I would look at their internet searches. So under iOS Safari recent search terms, I only see McLaren Senna, new F1 regulations, so nothing about used items, unless it's a McLaren Senna. And then under Google searches, there's 45 returns, and there's more McLarens, F1 turbocharger, Motor World. So nothing of interest there. Then I filter for the phrase secondhand, which led me to an email for the app Depop, which I did notice was installed on this phone. I was led to the same app when I searched for the term vintage. Then something came up that stirred my interest. Still looking for American Vintage, which was a notification from com.garageitaly.garage, which is the Depop app. So I reset my filter terms for Depop and looked at the artifacts. I see some puffer jackets here being referenced, so I tried that, which was not correct. So I tried the McLaren Senna, which was not correct. Finally, I filtered for Garage Italy and looked at the artifacts. Now under pictures, I see a screenshot of where the user had the words fun festive sweater in the search box. And this fits the clue of having holiday spirit, I guess. So fun festive sweater was the answer. Question 11. That was not a Mario character. What is the mascot of the frozen dessert shop that the user visits a lot? Well, since the question is location related, let's check out the location and travel section of Axiom. And then let's jump into the significant locations artifacts. One of the things I find is Shy Guy Gelato. So doing a Google search on their website reveals that the mascot is the panda. Question 12. Welcome home. What port was the host directed through for a sign-in? So here I search for the word welcome, and then under web related, and then Safari history, there is something about an accounts.google.com/v3/signin. And looking at the details here, there is an address of 127.0.0.1, which kind of fits in with the theme of welcome home, right? Because that is your local host address. And that has a port of 49.354, which is the correct answer. Question 13. They know their drinks. What are the recorded coordinates of the place the user went to comment about a certain adult beverage? For this question, I think it was pure luck that while looking for the answers for the other questions, I kept seeing the photos of beers and the Untapped app. So from one of the photos I bookmarked, I followed the source back to the Untapped app in the file system view. From here, I noticed that most of the files are photos, but some of them are JSON files. I clicked into one of these and then did a search for Burlington again, because most of the action in the other questions are related to this town. And I see a set of GPS coordinates. I copy and paste those into the question box, and here's the flag. Question 14. Oops, all errors. What word did the user misspell and then correct before sending over a text on Friday? Whenever the topic has to do with typing, that sounds like tracking pattern of life activity. So the first thing I think about is to look at the biome data. So I look under application usage within Axiom and look through the biome categories. Nothing really seemed to jump out at me here. So then I hopped on over to iLeap and looked at its biome categories. And after taking some time there, that was also a bust. So going back to Axiom, I clicked on one of the sources to bring me back to the file system view within the bio realm. And since none of the parsed files got me anywhere, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at what other folders are here. Eventually, I get to the folder named Keyboard Token Frequency. I clicked into there and see two database type files. I use the preview window to take a quick look at this file, and it looks like a bunch of words, so probably keyboard activity, right? Because we're in the keyboard folder. And I actually kind of recognize this conversation as I recall seeing a screen capture of a conversation when I was working on other questions. Eventually, I noticed that there is one word, supposed, which is incorrectly spelled here. Confirming with a bookmark file, I can see that the user did correct the word to supposed. So the flag for the incorrect spelled word is supposed. Question 15. Lights out. What is the UUID of the process that is related to an initiated shutdown? So I looked around within Axiom by searching for shutdown, but that got me nowhere. So then I looked at the results from iLeap, and it looks like there should be something under sysdiagnose and then shutdown log processes. And then looking at all of the last entries, none of these UUIDs were the answer. So finally, I looked at the output of my unified logs iterator, which I imported into DB browser. When I filtered the message column with the word shutdown, I see that the associated process UUID was 7FF3 blah blah blah, ending with 0B9C. Question 16. Take your time. How much time elapsed between Tom reading a phone number and then sending their first message on a different platform? All right, so from the communications I have seen between Tom and Alex, I think that the two times they are talking about is one, when Tom read the message that Alex sent his phone number via Signal on 2025-12-12 at 17:06 p.m. The other time is when the first message that Tom sent on the Zangy app. But after working on this for a long time, I was wrong. Apparently there was a DM on X that started this whole thread. So Alex sent the original phone number on X, and then Tom initiated a conversation on Signal, and then they moved it all to the Zangy app. All right, so now we need to figure out when Tom read the phone number sent by Alex. We will need to look at the Twitter database, which in Axiom is not legible. Actually, it points to the CapCut app, so it appears to be completely wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and click on one of these other Twitter links here, where the source actually does go back to the Twitter database. And then I'm going to go into this particular database here, where I can see that there are 5 messages. Looking at the very last one, we see that it is a message where Alex sends his phone number. And then mapping it back, we see that the sequence number ends in 3136. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the other table here. That is the red table. So it looks like that's the time read, and look for entry of 3136. And then I get this particular date and timestamp. I copy that, paste it into unfurl, and we see that it is also on 2025, December 12. And so getting the difference between these two timestamps, I get the answer of 2 minutes and 32.077 seconds. All right, so those are my methods for solving the cipher portion of the 2026 Magnet CTF. And again, there are many ways of getting their answers, and these are just the methods that work for me. If you have a different or better way, please leave a comment below and share. If you're interested in Capture the Flag walkthroughs, I am sure you will like this video here. Make sure you click on the blue monkey to subscribe. Thanks for your time, and happy hunting.